Alright, here we go, part 3. So, went into 3 parts, sorry. But that's okay. So, yeah, after this had all happened, after what the nurse said to me, and I'm like, why would this nurse make this up? She wouldn't. I mean, she don't know me from Adam. I don't know her. I'm telling you guys, if you would have saw the look on her face, she looked like she saw like a dead body. I mean, it was that real. I mean, she had the look of absolute panic. And I find that very hard to believe, that total strangers. Now, some of them nurses said, well, Dustin, it was part of your DTs, and very well could be. Who knows? I'm not saying it is or isn't. But all I know, guys, that was not a place you want to be. No matter what you believe. And listen, you can sit here and say believe what you want, but at the end of the day, guys, whether you like it or not, there's going to be a day I'm not going to be here, you're not going to be here, your loved ones are not going to be here. That's just a fact. Doesn't matter what you believe. What's for guaranteed is that's going to happen. And no, I'm not saying you got to live in fear, but you can't let the small stuff, I mean, why? Hey, in this last year, I lost really 2 good family friends. Jordan, my fiance, she's been dead now 11 years already. And it, it's, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, the bottom line is, to answer the question, did I go to a place maybe called hell? I don't know. As many people who believe in God or an afterlife, there's many people that believe that there's a devil or a Satan. And I asked my pastor, I said, is there a possibility that that could have been Satan that I saw? He said, Dustin, whatever you experienced changed you. So, I'm just telling you guys, you can't, I mean, once you're dead, you're dead. And I choose to believe that there's a place we go after we die. And I think if you do the best you can and really put in an honest effort, I don't believe you got anything to worry about. That's what I feel. Do I believe there's a heaven? Yes. Do I believe there's a hell? Yes. Do I believe in God? Obviously. Do I believe there's a devil? Yes. But I think the devil is what you see in the world today. All the hate crime and the racism and the wars, the Ukraine war, and not just this war, I mean the Afghanistan war, World War II, Vietnam, I think the devil causes all that. And look, I'm not perfect. There's only one hanging on the cross, and it ain't me or you. And that's what I always try to remind myself every day. When I look at a person's defects, and it's really easy to kick a horse when they're down. And another thing I'm going to tell you, regardless of what you believe, you can sit here and act all arrogant and whatever, like you don't need religion or you don't need a higher power, or this life is it. Well, yeah, you know what someone told me one time? I've never forgotten this. Hey, It's easy to say you don't believe in anything when everything's going your way and everything's going good. But that ain't going to last forever. Something's going to happen where you're either going to need help or you're going to be in a situation where you need someone's help to get out of. I truly believe in that, guys. I believe in karma. And I have a family member right now that, in my opinion, is getting a dose of that. And I'm not going to say who, but you can't go through this life, guys, being an asshole to everybody and not have a consequence. That's just what I believe. I believe there's a consequence for that. You want to be a menace and be a thief and be basically a pile of shit to this world, then that's how you're going to get treated. And I think even after you're dead, you're going to have to answer for that. Hey, my dad, who beat the shit out of me when I was a little kid for no reason. Yeah, it could be real simple for me to sit here and say, fuck the world, and I'm just going to drink and, whatever, fuck my family, all this other stuff. My dad said I was a waste, so I must be. No, you know what? Fuck my dad. Seriously. I chose to make something of my life. Did I have my struggles? Absolutely. Will I continue to have struggles? You bet your ass I will. That's just part of life. Hey, God didn't say, oh, Dustin, when you get sober, everything's going to be rainbows and leprechauns and unicorns. No, of course not. Life's still going to happen. But I can tell you this, since 2019, I got a good job. I got a nice place to live. I got my own car. I got my health, basically. Am I overweight? Yeah. There's no secret about that. But I'm doing some steps like getting this job at FedEx and yeah, I know the soda, but yeah. It's one thing at a time, right? Beat alcohol, beat the cigarettes. And well, I shouldn't say beat them. I'm always going to have, maybe the urges, but I can manage it now. Is what I was getting at there. So, I hope that, because what you've seen in the last basically half hour or 45 minutes of me talking, this is who I am. I put on a lot of act on YouTube here because, like I told you guys, YouTube's a game to me. But I also know when it's time to be serious and shit, yeah, I mean, people are assholes. People have called me fat, people have called me triple chin, you name it. It is what it is. I don't care. That's the thing, is if I can get up, guys, and look this man in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm proud of that guy. 5 years ago, I didn't like that guy. And that's a good point someone else also mentioned to me. How often did you really look in the mirror when you were drunk every day? Not very often, because I didn't like what I saw. Now I can look this guy right in the mirror and say, you know what? You've done something with your life. You finally pulled your head out of your ass. And that's what it is. And listen, I don't give a shit how many AA meetings you go to, what treatment center you go to. If you got the attitude of you're not done, you're not going to quit. Just as plain and simple. Plain and simple. You're not going to quit. Hate to break it to you, but if you think that you're going to use your kids, or I don't have no kids, but I'm doing it for my kids. Well, no, you're not, because if that's all it took, you'd have done it fucking 10 times ago. That's one thing that always got me when people came to treatment. I'm doing this for my kids. Oh, really? Wow. Well then why do you need to come to a fucking institution and do it for your kids? Why wouldn't you have just done that to begin with? If that's all it took. No, you're in here because you can't control it. Which, I don't know everything, guys. Okay? I mean, there's nothing special about me. I'm an overweight guy that drives a fucking FedEx truck. I mean, that's all I am. That's all I'm ever gonna be. I'm not gonna be Tom Brady. I'm not gonna be fucking Taylor Swift or whatever. I do mean what I say about celebrities. I don't give a fuck about celebrities. I don't. The only difference between them and me is they got more freaking money. That's it. Oh yeah, and they're more recognizable. Who gives a fuck? Most of the time that gives you nothing but negativity anyway. Look at Taylor Swift. Look at the shit she's going for. And all she had to do was freaking stay the fuck away from the camera, and she couldn't do it. I'm beating Travis Kelce. Well, guess what? Now everybody fucking hates you. So, anyway, I'm getting off subject. So, but, yeah. Just be what you are, guys, and you can look in the mirror every day and say, you know what, I'm proud of myself or herself or whatever it is. I mean, that's all that matters. So yes, I believe there is a reward for this afterlife, after this life, if you're a decent human being. But if you're going to be not a decent human being, I can't say because I'm not God, but I think there's a consequence for that. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, just think about what I said. I mean, the world is a cruel place, guys, and it was a cruel place when I was young. I mean, and it's going to continue to be even after I'm gone. So, you guys got one life on this earth. What are you going to do with it? It can, like Judge Judy said, it can be a miserable experience or it can be a pleasant experience. That's on you. Nobody can do this for you. If you're addicted to something or you know somebody that's addicted to something, there's hope, man, because look at me. Like I said, do I have $1 trillion? No. But you know what? I have my sanity. And to me, that's worth more than any amount of money. So, alright guys. That's all I got for you. So, yeah, just take what I said and hopefully this reaches some of you guys. Have a good night.